Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Talking Wrestling. We are going to be talking about Saturday night main event. Pretty cool shit happened. They did well, man. But I got my good friend Keenan here, and so how are you, Keenan?
I'm pretty good. I enjoyed Saturday night's main event. I like the old school feel of it. It was good. It was good shit. Good shit. I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it too. I must say, Jesse the Ventura on commentary was excellent because it felt like 1993, but I was watching it in 1994. No, I was just fucking around. It was funny because I was watching before Jesse Ventura on like ESPN, and he was like saying there's only one Mad Dog, and he was like making all these jokes about it because they were talking about it on ESPN. So yeah, but yeah.
I liked how they didn't kind of they seemed like they didn't kind of know how it was gonna go, and Pat McAfee and Michael Cole were like, I don't know, when they first brought Jesse Ventura on, it felt like they were kind of like, oh no, what's gonna happen? He hasn't been on here in like 20-some years or whatever. And then Jesse Ventura was like, hold my beer. Just hold my beer. Just hold my beer. Hey, Pat McAfee, let me show you how this is fucking done. I was here in WrestleMania 3 next to Gorilla Monsoon. Don't you dare forget that I have been here, my man. Oh. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So how'd you enjoy it, sir? What was your favorite match of the night?
Yo, I'm a little weird on this, but like I enjoyed Drew McIntyre and Sami Zayn a lot.
It was good shit. It was good shit. I like the whole. I don't really get why Drew McIntyre is so upset with the blood. I mean, maybe I'm fair. I don't remember a big storyline popping up where Drew McIntyre got a basket.
I will explain why I enjoyed it, right? I enjoyed it because I felt like it was just two good wrestlers going at it. And I didn't really feel like there was a story there, but I felt like, hey, we're just seeing a match, right? And there's this promotion called Wrestling Open. And Wrestling Open, they are that where it's just matches are 10 minutes, and then the title or the top tier match is 20. And it's just cool. We're just seeing good wrestlers wrestle.
Right.
And that's how I took McIntyre and Sami Zayn is cool. I don't know how long these guys have left in the ring, but we're getting to see a match that's not Monday Night Raw that has a little bit more caliber to it. And I didn't get much of a story out of it, but I'm like, okay, cool. We're seeing two guys getting to go in the ring and show what they got, and they're both veterans and they're both professionals, and it was a fun match. I don't know, that's how I viewed the match. And I didn't get much of a story. Like everything else on the card had a story. Yeah. This didn't have a story, but I was cool with it because it was a solid match.
Well, I think this is more somehow I guess this is I'm not for sure anybody understood what was going on. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't really understand why Drew McIntyre is so pissed off. Maybe like he's pissed off at the Bloodline because they aligned themselves with CM Punk and see, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I mean, I don't get, like you said, I don't get the story. But every match was decent. It was a good card. It went pretty quick. Like it was 2 hours high packed. I did not watch it live. I waited the next day, so I didn't have to watch any commercials. I didn't have to do anything with that. It's very go.
Yeah,
let's see it.
I thought it was interesting. Sorry to cut you off. Is that there was minimal backstage bullshit.
Yeah.
It was minimal, like stupid shit in there. Yeah, there was a few commercials in there, and I get that you got to put your advertising spots in there. Yeah. But in reality, it was like a pretty tight packed show.
Yeah, it was like a 2-hour prime. It was a 2-hour primetime show. They give you the commercials. I mean, I didn't mind. Like I saw where the commercial breaks went. There was one, the side-by-side commercial. I watched that one because that was in with the feed, but I didn't have to watch. I mean, just waiting 24 hours. I mean, it wasn't like I'm not one of those super wrestling geeks where it's like, I gotta watch it right now. I don't want Twitter's gonna be going away.
I watched it a little bit differently, where I was doing some social media stuff.
Yeah.
And I was scheduling some YouTube community stuff. I was uploading some video stuff. So for me, it was just on in the background. So like I wasn't like when I watched Survivor Series War Games, I was more in tuned. And I wasn't really, that was the focus, right? Like Royal Rumble's the focus.
Right.
This was not the focus. It was just on in the background, occupying my time. And then, that's what it was. So I took this a little bit different maybe than other people where I was like, okay, cool. This is just wrestling and we're gonna see some cool shit going on. And this might be the last time is now. I'm so sorry, everybody. I couldn't help it.
Hey,
Well, we're on the farewell tour. We're on the farewell tour. But like again, I mean, I thought it was a pretty solid match. But like, what? I mean, did you see the dark match?
no, I did not see the dark match. I missed all. I mean, basically all I saw was the 2 hours. That was it.
I mean, the Motor City Machine Guns versus A Town Down and Grayson Waller. Did you see the tag match?
No, I did not see the male tag match.
Yeah, the male tag match.
Yeah, I believe. Yes, sir. Yes, yes. It was
I mean,
the show. I saw every match in the regular show.
So I like the Motor City Machine Guns a lot, and I've been watching them for years. But like, I'm not like their WWE run is just weird because like they were handed the belts,
Yeah.
essentially, and I'm just like, okay, cool. Like I get that we're doing this, but it's weird because WWE is a complicated land because there's wrestling fans, there's indie wrestling fans, there's WWE fans, and then there's WWE fans who are NXT adjudicated and adjacent, and then there's WWE fans who know nothing about NXT. And like the Motor City Machine Guns are a weird breach because there's people in WWE who the fuck are these guys? But they have the belts. But for everybody else who's been outside of wrestling and outside of WWE, they're like, okay, cool. Like we have an interesting component here. And so I like the fact that they have the belts, but I'm also like, they didn't really earn them. They were given, but they're also defending them, and whoever beats them is going to be interesting. But again, I mean, it's just I thought it was a stupid match, to be honest.
I bet you they're going to be beaten pretty thoroughly for those belts at some point, pretty quickly. So it just seemed like they were giving it to them, they caught it on them, they're riding this wave, but I'm pretty sure that they're going to get their asses beat to where they're going to have to fight their way back up. That's what they want to see. That's why they wanted to give them to it quick because they're such a big name from outside, and WWE is trying to put their best foot forward right now and get as many views, as many eyes on their product as possible for when they move. So it brings in let's bring in.
I agree. I also think that they want to take it off of because they had the Tongas as the champs, and I don't think the Tongas as the champs were great. I don't think that they were interesting. I think it was a stupid decision to give them the belts. And not because the Tongas they're solid wrestlers and they deserve the belts as far as their resume goes, but they were not interesting champions. The Motor City Machine Guns, at least they're interesting, they're high flying, they bring charismatic energy, and it's something that I just think the Tongas weren't working.
I like this new 3-person bloodline. I like Solo Sikoa, whatever the other time. Yeah. I like that one, and I like the Jacob. I love you, Mecca. I mean, that's just fucking dope. I like those three. I like that. Like they're gonna be fighting. Like they're almost chasing something. They got something to prove. I like that. I like that form of bloodline.
So I mean, it's interesting because what's going to happen now? Because what do we do with the Roman Reigns stuff? What do we do with the Usos? What do we do with Sami Zayn? We know CM Punk is bloodline adjacent, where he's not an enemy of the bloodline, but he's not he's not in it, but he is a somewhat ally, I guess.
Right. Well, they just have nothing that he wants at this moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no reason to be like, I don't need to be pissed off the bloodline. Like, I wasn't here the entire time they were in power, and they have nothing that I want. They're not champions at this moment, so why would I give 2 fucks about what the bloodline is doing?
But also, I don't think that CM Punk, where it's the idea that their business and his business are not crossing each other. So it's going to be interesting though, because that doesn't mean it can't cross or there's not going to be a component where it does cross. But
Right.
like, what's going to happen Royal Rumble, right? What's going to happen at Money in the Bank when you get some crossover shit that goes on? Oh, it's going to be fun, right? I mean, it's going to be fun. I mean, it's going to be fun when all this shit hits, right? It's going to be fun. What happens if you put Roman Reigns and CM Punk in an elimination chamber, right? Like,
I just think that like past Wrestle, we'll be so past this Bloodline versus Bloodline stuff after like come WrestleMania time. I think that's what they're going for. They want this new little 3-person Bloodline to be something and just kind of the old Bloodline just kind of fade away. I think I'm just guessing. I think Roman Reigns can be Roman Reigns without the whole entire Bloodline. Like you said, I was the only one that was blessed. I don't need any of y'all. I got myself. Me and the wise man got this. I don't need any of y'all to have my back. So maybe that's where they're going. Then maybe in the end it becomes Rock versus Roman Reigns. I think that's if you're bringing back the Rock. I mean, I understand Rock and Cody Rhodes, blah blah blah. But come on, that's the passing of the torch.
Rock versus Cody Rhodes should have happened at SummerSlam.
It should have happened, but we're so far past it and removed it. I mean, how fucking many times? I mean, fucking John Cena is smartly stepping down. Like, how many more times is The Rock going to come back? Like you said, retire and pass it down. Roman Reigns should be able to beat you. Let Roman Reigns beat you, or let Solo Sikoa beat you. Let somebody fucking beat you, and you pass it. I'm like, all right, guys, I'm out.
Right. So we look at The Undertaker, right? Brock Lesnar beating The Undertaker was one of the stupidest moves in WWE ever.
Yeah.
It should have been Roman Reigns because it meant something when Roman Reigns beat The Undertaker. It didn't really mean jack shit when Brock Lesnar beat The Undertaker because Brock Lesnar was already a fucking monster. He didn't need to beat The Undertaker.
I'm against the streak ever being broken. It's just one of those things that should have been done for. Nobody should ever beat The Undertaker at WrestleMania. That torch should not have been passed. In my views, I think Undertaker should have went unbeaten. I think that was
maybe it was a bad decision. Maybe it's fair to make that where you had something pure, and it should have been 30-0, and it should have been left alone, right?
Right.
Maybe in which you leave shit alone for a while, and you say, it's not time that we broke something. It's time we left something alone and we left something pure. If you want to beat The Undertaker the night after, you want to destroy The Undertaker at SummerSlam or Hell in a Cell, be my fucking guest, right?
Yeah, I understand, like, he can still go. Like, at that point, there's just no point for any of that shit. Like, let him go in and do the big time matches and just, have him lose everywhere else. But at WrestleMania, he never loses. The streak goes 20-0. He walks out 20-0. He doesn't have that blemish. It's like the fucking the 61 in the New York Yankees when they had the asterisks on 61 home runs and shit. I mean, there's just no point for this dumb shit. Let's just get over it and let it.
I mean, it's like Mayweather, right? Floyd Mayweather is undefeated.
Yeah.
You gotta let sometimes things just let go, right? Like, but then again, it is what it is. But I think I agree that the Rock and shit, it's fucking over. Like, they had an ability to do something with Cody. They should have done it with Cody and The Rock. They should have done it with Roman and The Rock. But they re-squandered the issue. Now, I think that you could have. I mean, look, in January, you're gonna need The Rock on Netflix to pop it up. You're gonna need everybody who you can pull in.
I don't know if it's I don't know if WWE is to blame for the mishaps of The Rock and everything. I don't know if that's WWE's fault. I think that might have a lot to do with Rock being just a
baby.
Yeah, big fucking bullshit baby that just can't get. I mean, there's nothing good coming out about this dude.
But I'm calling bullshit on this, and I'll tell you why. Because he's sitting on the goddamn fucking board of the company. He has a bunch of their stock. he has significant pull, not only in advisory, but in theoretically shares. He legitly has power in the company on an economic level. So if he wanted it, he could have got it and he could have got what he wanted within reason. Now, you can't go insert yourself into a championship match, but if he came to Triple H with a legitimate story saying, I want a match with Cody at SummerSlam, it could have fucking happened.
No, but that wasn't ever the plan. He had Red One coming out. He didn't want to come back as a fucking heel. He wanted to be a baby face so he could be like, oh, this Christmas movie coming out. Yay, we got to save Santa, blah, blah, blah. All this dumb shit. And actually, from what I understand, Red One's not a bad movie. It's just not a fucking movie you want to go see in the movie theater. Like, it would have been great sitting at home watching on Christmas morning with your kids. Ah, cool, let's save Santa Claus, yeah.
Why do you think? Why do you think it's on net? Why do you think it's on Prime now? You can go on Prime and see it.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, he wanted to come out of WrestleMania as a babyface. He wanted to fight the heel Roman Reigns and take back the Ulu Falu and be the bloodline's back. We're back where we need to be. But then all that shit happened. It's the Cody Crybabies, this and that. And he had to go the heel. And he was like, this doesn't really work for my Red One and my movie that's coming out, blah, blah, blah. He was trying to use the WWE universe to fucking make, because everything was going sideways with his movie career. When was the last time he had a movie that made a fucking splash that we gave two shits about? It's been a very long fucking time.
I mean, the last fucking movie that was relevant for him was what, Fast 6?
Was that it? Yeah, it was the one where it's the one where him and Dom just like we just found out they didn't like each other. Whoever the fuck he was arguing with, and just like everybody was hating him on that shit. The only reason that was a big thing for him is because it was Fast and the Furious, not because it was a rock vehicle. See what I did there? Rock vehicle, Fast and the Furious. See, car shit, bro. I'm just saying, like, I mean, The Rock is. I mean, even before that, I mean, The Rock is he's a fucking character actor, and the fact that he wanted to make, like, everything he's been great in is when he's like secondary to something else. Every time him and Kevin Hart do something, he's like secondary to Kevin Hart. He's the straight man of Kevin Hart's crazy shit. You know, like, I mean, he's not, and that's fine. Like, I'm not taking anything away from him. You can make a great career. Look at fucking Hulk Hogan. He's made a great career at being an actor without having any fucking acting talent at all. He's made the shittiest of the shitty.
Look at Terry Funk. I mean, Terry Funk is great. Terry Funk's in one of my favorite movies of all time.
Roadhouse.
I love Roadhouse. Roadhouse is a classic. It's great.
But I'm just saying, like, he was thinking, oh, well, when I go back to the WWE, they always pull me out of the shirt. Let me go back to the WWE again. But they were trying to force feed this stupid fucking Roman Reigns Rock bullshit. Like, yeah, that would be a cool match at some point, but it just wasn't the time for this shit. But like, yeah, I'm gonna step aside and let my boy The Rock come in. No, that's not what we want at all, especially in this day and age with Twitter and fucking Facebook.
Again. Red One. I haven't seen it yet. I'll probably watch because it's free on Amazon Prime. I have Amazon Prime, and it's. I mean, did you see it?
No, I hear it's great. That's what I'm saying. I hear it's great for kids. I've heard a lot of good reviews on it after watching it on Prime, but I have not heard that many good things after paying. You know how much money you have to pay to go out and do the whole thing of going to the movie.
So like tomorrow, I'm seeing Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Yeah. Right? For me and my friends, we grew up on Adventure 2. And so, you know, we're excited to see it, but it was like, you know, I mean, me and my friends, we rotate the cost of the movie, right? Yeah. So, like, I'll pick it up one time, my other friend will pick it up, and then the third friend will pick it up. So, cool. It's like $50 for the three of us to go to the movies. So, me and my friends are very selective when we go to the movies because we could also just sit in my house and watch a movie on Amazon and pick up a 12-pack and a pizza, and it's $30, right? So, like, you know, and bullshit and get the same enjoyment. So, like, if I'm going to go to the movies and spend $50 or $60, like, I want to make sure I see something that's worth it.
Right.
And if I go spend $50 to go see Red One.
You're not the only one. And even if Sonic turns out to not be the best movie ever, you still be like, you went and spent your money on something that's nostalgic for you. So even if it's not the best ever, like, well, that was still... You know, it's the third one, wasn't the best one. Jim Carrey didn't bring his A game this time, but blah, 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 whatever. It's still Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm glad I went and saw it, you know?
Again, me and my friends are gonna have a good time with it.
You're
And
not the only one, Mecca. You're not the only one that thinks that way. If I'm gonna spend the money on a fucking movie and go out do all this big stuff, I'm gonna spend the money on that. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna make sure I like it. Why do you think Joker didn't do that good or did 2 or whatever? Like nobody. Like look, everyone loved the first Joker, but no one really wants to go test out whatever the fuck her name is, Harley Quinn and shit like that. It's a little bit. I don't know. I still it's on Max for free now, and I still have not watched it. Just to like, I don't know if I even want to see it.
I don't really want to watch it. I don't give a fuck. I'm not interested in it, right?
Lady Gaga. Sorry, I just thought of her name. I'm sorry, dude. I apologize. My bad.
Dude, I don't give a shit.
I was like, what's her name? The girl that plays Harley Quinn, blah, blah, blah. And then while you're talking, I'm like, oh, Lady Gaga. My bad. I'm sorry, dude. But yeah, dude, I'm with you. I'm not. There's some shit that I'm just not a huge. I don't need to see it. You know, I'm not.
Like, yeah. Honestly, like, I'm not even really all that interested in, like, the Superman thing that just dropped.
Oh, I am. I'm very interested. Let's not even talk about that, Mecca. Let's not get into nerdy shit, dude. We're a strictly fucking wrestling podcast. There's so many people talking some comic book shit out there. We'll get blown out the water, my man.
But like no. So but it's whatever. But like, how'd you feel about Liv Morgan and Io Sky?
I actually liked it. Like I actually like for a woman I was sitting there watching, I was like, damn, for a fucking women's match, this actually has. And I like.
For those who don't know, Keenan's a huge women's wrestling fan, and secretly Keenan loves women's wrestling. In fact, me and Keenan, before we came on, we're talking about how good women are in wrestling and how they're better than the men, and how Keenan is a full supporter of that sentiment, and that Keenan.
That match right there proves that women's wrestling does have a viable spot and can be good. But why do they have to do everything exactly the fucking same? It's stupid. It's redundant. What was that shit in The Office? Oh, we call that redundancies. The 2 matches are fucking redundant. 2 Royal Rumbles, yes. 2 big WrestleMania matches, yes. 2 Hell in a Cells, no. You could do 1 male Hell in a Cell at one point in the year and a female Hell in a Cell at another point when it works.
I got a better idea for it. Let's do a women's elimination chamber. Let's not do a men's elimination chamber, right? So rather than do like you and me have had this conversation last week. You need 2 Money in the Banks. You just need it because again, it adds chaos into both those things, and it's just easier to do it at the same time. You need 2 Royal Rumbles. You need 2 big events. But also, the thing about WrestleMania is that you have 2 nights now. So it's not as bad as when you had 1 night to do it in. Well, but we could talk about that. But, like, I agree that having 2 War Games matches is kind of stupid because I would have wanted a Survivor Series elimination match with the women and a War Games match with the men.
And that would have been perfect. Like the Survivor Series for the women would have been a great match. They didn't have anything to work with, so just pulling out 2 Raw versus SmackDown Women's Survivor Series type shit.
I'll throw you a curveball. What if you did Raw versus SmackDown versus NXT triple threat Survivor Series?
There you go. That'd be good. That'd actually great. And you could bring up the next 6 women you want to bring up from NXT or some shit like that.
That'd be great, right?
What?
That'd be great, right? Because
you could do like the top 6, the next 6 women we think are gonna be the best stars to come up from NXT. We're gonna put them in the Survivor Series, and if they can all out win,
because catch this, right? Catch this. If you make it a triple threat match, it's no DQ.
Yep.
So now you can have some crazier shit in there too, because you get the same weapons and the same putting somebody through a table. But now you don't have any disqualifications. And so you can get those fun spots like the trash can that Io Sky did, just in a different way, right? You can get that kind of crazy positions where you put somebody through like a table, like a ladder or whatever you want to put them through. Or theoretically, you could have Io Sky jump off a ladder and a trash can through a table onto Cora Jade. If you really wanted to, you could get the same reaction in the same spot, just in a different way.
And also, we have to find some way for men and women to hit each other. I'm sorry, I know it's wrong. Hold on, you can just hear me out. Hear me out for a second. this is all a fucking play. In the movies, men and women hit each other. In theater, men and women hit each other. Now I get it. We don't want to sit there and watch a fucking dude beat the absolute shit out of a woman, but a dude grabbing a woman and scoop slamming her or fucking smacking her in the fucking face.
Let me explain, right? So I was at a wrestling event, a wrestling open, right? And it was actually Beyond Wrestling, and then I saw Solo Darling, who I love. Solo Darling, she's great. She's like an indie wrestler. She's awesome. She's fucking jacked. She's a fucking jacked girl. Like that girl just looks like a monster. She's fucking.
But all right, go ahead.
But like in the ring she looks jacked, but then like when you see her in person, she's like just like so tame and like it's crazy. It's but anyway, like I put up and tweeted at her like equal fights, equal rights, right? It's like, oh no, I totally digged your tweet. Like she's like, oh, I know who you are. I totally digged your tweet. Like because she like fights men and she fights women, and I'm like equal rights, equal fights. So I'm all for it. I'm all for it, and I would love to see, like I'm not saying I want to see necessarily like Tiffany Stratton versus I'm trying to think of a really big guy like Braun Strowman. That match makes no fucking sense, right?
Well, case in point, the threesome between Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, and Damien and Dirty Dom. A dude and a woman need to get fucking hit in that three-way. Fucking Dom needs to like go to like about to slap Rhea, and he'd be like, think twice about, oh no, I shouldn't hit women, and then Rhea knocked the absolute fuck out of him.
What would it be if you had a mixed tag? We had Liv Morgan teaming with Finn Balor, and Rhea Ripley teaming with Damian Priest. But instead of when the women tag in, you had the women go in. Instead, Rhea Ripley fucking scoop slam Finn Balor. It'd be such a pop, right?
Yeah, I don't know if equal fights, equal rights. I don't care about that. But there's just in this world, if everything's all equal, if we're just getting, I'm not saying they need to powerbomb a bitch through a fucking table every fucking week, but it's acting. They're trying their best not to hurt each other. They're hitting each other, but they're trying their best not to hurt each other.
My position is very simple on it, is that the amount of matches and combinations you could have go expansion by tenfold if you let men and women wrestle each other. Now, I'm not saying that you let Alexa Bliss face Braun Strowman. That match makes no goddamn fucking sense. But if you had Rhea Ripley versus Finn Balor or Dom Mysterio, or I don't know who else you could have Rhea Ripley go against, certain, or Nia Jax, right? Nia Jax versus certain men would make an awesome fucking match. She's a big girl, she's a strong girl, and she could fucking rumble, baby.
What if she was fighting like Dirty Dom or a smaller dude and they couldn't like lift her big ass up?
That'd be great.
But also imagine like they take that War Games ring, they move it to Money in the Bank, and then you got the woman's and the man's Money in the Bank going on side by side all at once. Boom, let's go, get it done. Boom, we got more shit to do. Go. Like what if it was just that was it? And especially nowadays with this Netflix and all this shit, you could do a Money in the Bank at a fucking Raw. Like it all doesn't matter anymore. We're in a whole different landscape now. Everything's different. It's what paid live events or PLEs and fucking all this. Like it's a whole different landscape. So none of it fucking matters. It can all be different. The way they make money is the way like NFL makes money. Is the way that any sports, or the way that they're making money now, it does not matter on the way they used to do it. They used to do their TV shows to sell people on the live events. That's where they made their money at. They didn't move to kind of pay-per-views, and it went to a lot of pay-per-views, and they went nothing but pay-per-views, and they're still doing live events. Now it's a whole new fucking world. Now it is literally a worldwide fucking brand. When it goes to Netflix, it's going to be world fucking
You mean the NFL like this, right?
Yeah.
The NFL makes a fuck ton of money, okay? This is a card, right? Mm-hmm. It's all fucking licensed shit. Like the NFL makes more money from licensing shit than they do technically. I mean, that's not true. They make a lot of money from cable and from other shit and streaming rights. But the NFL makes a lot of money from jerseys, licensing shit, cards.
I don't think we need to tell the WWE about licensing and shit. Those motherfuckers make money on it. I mean, you know what I'd love? I would love to see a wrestling shirt that wasn't ugly and stupid as fuck. Like, I have not ever seen a wrestling shirt I would not be ashamed to wear. Like, I'll probably be like, oh, fuck. Maybe the NWO, like that. Maybe like an Austin 316, like very old school.
Okay, so one of my favorite shirts is the Solo Darling shirt where she does a Hulk annual, and so she did a parody of Hulk annual #1 from it's an expensive comic, right?
Yeah,
I know. Before you yell at me, but instead of Hulk, it's Solo Darling on it, right? It's a really cool shirt, and it's just some other cool ones too. Like I've seen some cool shit on shirts, like. I like the retro Sting shirt that was released a few years ago, where it's like his face paint, and then the Ultimate Warrior was cool too. It was similar to it, but there's some cool shit. There's some cool shit out there.
all right, for somebody that's actually a cool person, there is not cool shit out there. I'm just saying. I don't know what Mecca's talking about, but I'm actually a cool fucking guy. No,
Okay.
I'm fucking with you. But no, I'm just saying, like, I would also.
A lot of wrestling fucking shirts are fucking stupid.
And I'd also love to see a wrestling match without a false finish. What if a wrestler hit his fucking thing and it was over? It was just what? That's the no. He couldn't kick out of it, or then he like kicks out right at the fucking after. Like that'd be fucking so. That's a fucking swerve right there for someone to have a clean fucking finish, no fake finishes, no other bullshit, or somebody to fucking take somebody out with a fucking take them out, fucking figure four, fucking something of the major shit. It'd have to be a major fucking. You can't just like put them in a fucking sleeper and like you watch them go to sleep and shit. That's some bitch shit. You're not gonna move forward. Like,
I enjoy when a match just like is a match, right? And I agree. I don't disagree on which that I would like to see a fucking match end the way it's supposed to end, right? Or conversely, when somebody knows, like I'll give you an example. Like if Randy Orton knows that he RKO'd somebody, I would like to see him do 3, 4, 5 more RKOs to make sure the person goes down. So like Randy Orton's facing Triple H and he knows one RKO is not enough. So he doesn't even attempt. He says, fuck this. I'm going to give you 2 or 3 more of these to make sure you're really fucking down.
Dude, that's almost been done to death. I think I just saw that in the last. I think the Survivor. I think didn't that just happen in Survivor Series or something or whatever? Like it literally just happened. They use that all the fucking time. Like, oh, I gotta do it 4 times to make sure you won't get the fuck back up. Then what the fuck is the point of a fucking finisher, my guys? What if?
I love it. Why are you so negative?
Fucking
what's going on in your life this week?
Scorpio from Mortal Kombat.
I'm a happy person this week.
And back. If they go finish him and they do it, and then the guy got him, they'd be like, the dude would be like, I just finished this motherfucker. He is like what? Like literally, it took like they literally had to have that last gunfight at the OK Corral with fucking.
Why are you so negative this week, man? Where's happy?
I would like to see because that would be a true swerve. Like how swerved would you be if something actually fucking happened? Just something like, well, fuck. Did he just fucking give him a figure 4 in the middle of the fucking? Or what if fucking Braun Breaker hit a fucking Steiner 1 time and that was it? Like, oh shit, it was that.
Oh man. I'm happy this week, and you don't seem happy. That's all I'm gonna say. You seem upset.
I'm in a beefing mode. This guy Stink Bug has me fucking.
I've been screwed out of money this week. I've been destroyed. My house burned down.
I've been beefing with this.
Yeah.
I've been beefing with this loser Stink Bug that likes to gaslight women and like talk about like I'm a crippled fat fuck and I'm talking about like my cooking and shit.
My
like,
country song isn't going well this week. And here I am, still happy and smiling, and I got you complaining. Like
I'm bringing up real shit that needs to be talked about. Let's have a real finish for once. A true swerve would be somebody just boom 1, 2, 3.
This is what's happening. I'm writing a country song, and Keenan's writing a hip hop song. That's what's going on.
I got 500 fucking tracks over on Sunos to go. Let's do it.
Yeah. My wife left me. My dog got shot. My house burned down.
I'm happy.
It's all. This is making us be a good country song already.
I'm just begging for money, trying to make fucking Christmas happen for all these fucking kids. Not every camera needs to be turned on, boys. Well, I have 2 cameras turned on, so I have 2 different live streams going on. I believe he has a camera in his house because we're not in the same house, so I'm not for sure what you're saying over here. You know what I'm saying? Not every camera needs to be turned on. That looks so damn good. That's what I've been doing the gold dust.
So what else was there? Gunther versus Finn Balor, Damian Priest. Didn't give really a fuck about that match.
No, I mean, I like how Gunther came over at the end and was like, "Nah, bitch." I'm taking like, I mean, I like how it finally ended. It was okay. I mean, it was okay. I mean, I guess we gotta put. I just feel like does Damian Priest really seem like a superstar? It just seems like we're trying to push him, and I don't like.
Look, I think they castrated Gunther after Cody beat him in Ground Jewel. I thought it was fucking stupid, and I think Gunther is like looking like a pussy lately, and I think they like fucking cut off his balls, and then they just made him weak, and then they're just giving him weak competitors, and it's fucking stupid and ridiculous.
It might be because his titties aren't taut. I mean, like, look at that dude with his fucking shirt off. That dude's gonna have some old man boobies. I'm for real. Like, so you can tell, like, dude, you're a fit motherfucker. And you still have boobies right now. Like, that ain't cool, my guy. Like, you better stay fucking constantly working on them pecs, dude. But I mean, yeah, I think that. I mean, you know, this is also the run up to, you know, we're coming up to WrestleMania. What do you of everybody we saw? What do you think? You know, Gunther's WrestleMania moment's gonna be. What do you think he's gonna be doing? Because
I think he's gonna be losing to John Cena.
You think Gunther's gonna lose? I don't think John Cena's gonna win a fucking match this year. I think he's gonna be the world tour of John Cena losing. Not in a bad way, but he's an old school wrestler.
The last time is now, Keenan. The last time is now. Owned 17-time champ. So excited.
You passed the. I don't even think that he would. I don't even think he would accept breaking. And he might do it. He might break Ric Flair's record. But I think he'd be like, no, let Ric Flair's record set it. This doesn't fucking matter. It's professional wrestling. I am good.
It matters to me. It matters to me.
He's a fucking true movie star, dude. He's actually, and that's like, I'd like to see The Rock be kind of pissed off at John Cena because. It's like, okay, so I guess the Peacekeeper's okay, but you know, Shazam didn't make it there, bro. Or fucking whatever the fuck, Black Adam, whoever the fuck I was supposed to be. Like, how come you're okay? Like, that'd be a good rematch. That'd be a good rematch. Rock is pissed off that John Cena's doing better than him in the movies. But
let
Rock
me explain.
Never do that.
17 times the record broken. Night 2. John Cena's path in the Elimination Chamber in Canada. The last time is now, Keenan. Are we going to last Elimination Chamber? Cena wins. WrestleMania. Who will see to choose? The last time the choice, Keenan. The last
How long has the Elimination Chamber been going again? Because they're putting a lot of in, like, last time John Cena's been in the Elimination Chamber. I was like, I don't think I've cared any time he's been in the Elimination Chamber. I mean, I know.
It's the last time, so you have to care, Keenan. You have to care.
I don't care. What I care about, you know what I care the most about? I want to see that fucking bald spot Mecca. That's what.
It'll be the last time you get to see it.
I'm excited to see. I wonder, like, if they. And you know, I swear to God, you know, that's been talked about. He went to his team after, like, I can't have my fucking bald spot showing every time I go out there, guys. We've got to figure this shit out.
The last time in the Elimination Chamber. And then the
last time we're going to see John Cena's bald spot. The final time is now.
It is. The last time is now. John Cena. The last time is now. So this is the last time Cena, Canada, Elimination Chamber, WrestleMania. The last time. What happens at the WrestleMania? God, I know. The last time, though, Backlash. Then Money in the Bank. Then we get the Great American Bash.
I'm going to start a new podcast without Mecca. It's going to be like the Bald Spot Watch, John Cena. The Bald Spot World Tour let's see what happens, folks. Let's go.
So I don't think he's gonna win the Royal Rumble. I think he's gonna win the Elimination Chamber. Because it's the last time he'll win the Elimination Chamber. Oh, we're gonna do this all fucking year. We're gonna do it the last time. This will be the
Royal Rumble.
Cena's on Raw, the first Raw of January 6th, the last time. Then the week after, it'll be the last time John Cena will be on Raw in the second week of January. It's gonna be ridiculous.
It's gonna be like their every week sellout. Oh, we sold out again. This is the 19,000th sellout we've had this year alone in over 52 countries and over 55 states.
It'll be the last time we see John Cena in the third week of January. It's gonna be great.
We know y'all are popular. We get it. Y'all are popular. We get it. Y'all are good.
Popular.
I understand, like, dude, like. There's not a world that hasn't had the WWE in it in my world. I don't remember a world without fucking Hulk Hogan, Vince McMahon wrestling in my world. So that's 41 fucking years. They're 9. When I turned 50, I mean they did their big change. I think maybe 2 years ago. No, the first big WrestleMania was 1983. So maybe that was their first big coming out party where he decided like he was gonna do it differently or something, or where everybody noticed like, oh shit, watch out, Vince McMahon's changing the fucking game. But I don't know, man. Like, I do like the new bloodline. Like, and I love you, Solo. That's my new thing on my YouTube lives. Anytime somebody gets like a donation, something. I love you, murder. That's my new thing. So
it's whatever.
Yeah.
Again, and Kevin Owens, Cody Rhodes. Also, I mean, I thought it was a solid match, but I didn't really get it.
It was just something else, and fucking they didn't do, and fucking the finish left like Cody Rhodes won, but he didn't win in a good guy way. This is like his first non-good guy win since he's been back. He could have fucking crossroads Kevin Owens, and Kevin Owens 1, 2, 3 to with like 2. It was like went to like 6. He beat him twice with no rep. So I mean I don't even know how to feel about that fucking shit.
Are they kind of turning Cody into a little anti-villain, little anti-hero shit?
I think they're trying. I think they're because I think they can kind of feel like the whiny. Because they now have their ear to Twitter and shit like that. It's no longer a Vince McMahon company, so they can kind of like I brought up a couple weeks ago, man. I was like, is Cody Rhodes like talking himself out of being the number one, the champion? Is he talking himself out of being that guy? And I think what they're setting up is like, so after WrestleMania, Cody Rhodes will finish out the year. He'll probably win He'll keep the title for WrestleMania, but then after WrestleMania, he'll do something, become that whiny fucking bitch shit. Like, we'll go back to this fucking Stardust type shit. Like, he won't put on the fucking face paint, but he'll be a whiny little fuck. Like, oh, I came back to WWE to be a superstar again, and now they just took everything away from me. Because this little fucking run, if he didn't get hurt, it would have been done a long time ago. His story would have been finished last fucking year. But he got hurt, and that's what stretched it out even more. Like, well, now let's wait till WrestleMania. And just imagine, like, I wish they would have fucking given it over to The Rock or figured out or picked something else out to do. But, because that would have been funny just to watch them fuck up and not get it.
That's the thing, though, is that I don't know if they're going to be able to do that with Cody. I could see Cody, being a villain. I could see Cody losing the title, but, like, I don't think they have a guy that can fill that spot. Like again, because Randy Orton, it could be a temporary position. Because I think Randy Orton might be an option. Kevin Owens might be an option, but I don't even know if Seth Rollins is an option at this point. It's
none of them. They're all getting Seth Rollins. Been there, done that.
Right, and the person who should eventually will fill that spot is Dominic Mysterio. And you might think I'm crazy to say that. Dominic Mysterio is just that damn good.
I can see that. I can see Dom being somebody. I mean, I'd like to see him get out of this like But I like to see him like I'd like him I like to see him get more into the Eddie Guerrero type of light cheating still shit. I like him.
I agree. So I mean, feel free to challenge me. The two who are gonna fill that spot for the title right now are Braun Breaker and Dominic Mysterio, because those are the two young kids coming up. The
Yeah.
question is that Braun, we know Braun is on that fast track because his character's there. The problem with Dominic Mysterio is not the skill set. It's what you just said. It's his character that's the biggest problem, because he's in this love triangle. And from a story point for the last 2 years, it's been a lot of fun, right?
Yeah.
But he needs to get out of that story and into the Eddie Guerrero, more Rey Mysterio, more that Latina Heat type shit. And then I'm not saying he needs to come out in a car, but he needs to go into like throwing the Three Amigos, also doing some shit where he like throws the chair at his opponent when the ref's not looking and pretends that he got hit. Like that's the shit Dom has to get into doing, because that's going to be a throwback, and it's also going to be heel but not heel. Does that make sense?
No, I thought that's what they were kind of like bringing it to with Rhea Ripley. You know what I'm saying? Like I thought like Rhea Ripley was going to be Dirty Dom's China and shit. You're like going to be his mamacita and shit like that. That's what I thought they were going with it, and I liked it. I like Dirty, but I just. Rey Mysterio also is like old as shit. Let's move on from fucking Los Lonely Boys and stuff. I can see them doing something there. I like him. He's a true heel, but I don't like I'm just trying to talk. Leave me alone, guys. Let me speak. And then as soon as they give him the mic to live, she's able to talk. Like, you're just coming off fucking whiny, bro. That's like,
again. They almost need to take him off of television for like 3 months.
Yeah.
And he needs to come back in an unexpected way, pull Three Amigos, do the chair shit, and for a month, all of a sudden, we have Eddie Guerrero reincarnated.
Mm-hmm.
And then he'll be, and then you get him an Intercontinental title belt. You have to get him a U.S. title belt, and there you go. And then you get him a Money in the Bank shot like 2 years from now, and then that's how he gets the belt, because that's exactly what Eddie would do. And then you do shit where like you got a guy and he steals like the guy's like tires, and you just start doing the Eddie Guerrero shit, and it'll be a lot of fun.
It will be fun. I mean, he can't be very Eddie Guerrero. Like he has to find his own. And I think that's the thing he's battling. He has to find his own way through everything, and maybe not do the 619. Maybe that would be an option.
I think the Three Amigos every once in a while could be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Because the Three Amigos, it's just paying tribute to Eddie.
Yeah.
But like, and then doing the chair thing could be really funny. Or like Eddie, I think used to do like the stuff where like he would just like hang out on like the ring ropes.
Yeah.
Like if Dom started doing stuff like that, that's not necessarily. It's paying tribute to Eddie, having a good time with Eddie, and people will get it. But then if he does his own shit, like when Dom was in NXT as a North American title holder, he was kind of finding his own shit. So like, I agree, I absolutely agree that. And then every once in a while, if he pulls a 619, it could be a lot of fun too.
But it's not something that especially with Rey Mysterio out there right now, it's not something to be pulled every week. But like if every once in a while, I would really love to see stuff that like the 619 is a move that should only be pulled out every match. Somebody falls exactly in the right spot. Like that's a little bit fucking weird, my guy. Like every match, somebody you get somebody to fall in the second rope right there. That's fucking. That's nice, my man. Why can't it ever finish some other way? And especially that his dad's still wrestling. Like, why? I wouldn't be pulling out the moves that my dad.
I agree. But if all of a sudden you're in a Royal Rumble and Rey Mysterio is in the Royal Rumble and you're in the Royal Rumble, there's an opportunity for you both to do a double 619. You got to take the opportunity, right?
That'd be good. And maybe if it didn't happen, Rey Mysterio hits a 619 like almost every time he's in the fucking ring. So it's just like he knows the exact way to get somebody to fall on that second rope perfectly, even though it wasn't.
Like I'll give you an example of like really where Dom could do Eddie really well. You know, Rey Mysterio's music hits, and then he hits the Three Amigos as Rey Mysterio runs to the ring, right? In a Royal Rumble match, that would be really, really a cool spot.
Yeah.
Because, again, that's the type of shit that's going to be replayed thousands, if not millions of times on YouTube, which is good for WWE. Yeah. But, again, this is where, you know, but you don't hit it all the time. Like, if Dominic Mysterio was the Three Amigos, it'd be ridiculous. But if Dom's finisher was like a cool scoop slam, like suplex, and it was like a one amigo, that'd be a dope finisher.
Right.
But
they just have something. I mean, he can't be an exact carbon copy. He should be a little bit of both. Like, why can't he be? But I mean, right now he's a fucking heel and some.
But I mean, Braun Breaker. You know he's a Steiner, but he's not like Scott Steiner or Rick Steiner. He's his own individual, and he's not a carbon copy. And that's why Braun Breaker is fantastic. Because
Braun Steiner, Stevie Steiner, Stark Steiner, Stavros Steiner. I'm just thinking any other name but Braun Breaker.
Steiner would be cool.
It's fucking stupid. Braun Breaker is like that. I like the table for three with both Steiners in him. And I'm like, it's great.
Why was he even at that table? I mean, I'm so sorry. It's too easy.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. He's like, his dad and uncle are like, it's great you're paying off.
Oh, hold on. Braun Breaker is related to the Steiners?
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't know it to look at him, my man. You might not.
Why is he called Braun Breaker? He should go Braun Steiner. Why?
Because they got. And why couldn't they own the name Braun Steiner? Like you said, like why couldn't they own the name Braun Steiner? Like just because the
WWE doesn't even own the names of their wrestlers anymore.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's why they don't even get it. That's why people like people.
No. It's interesting. So. They don't own the names of their wrestlers, right? But they also, if they just made a toy of you, they own that.
Yeah.
So, like a Cora Jade, if there are action figures of her and then she gets released, but the action figure was getting put out, they own the action figure. Like, so they own a form of your name. They also own the right to retransmit your shit in the company. But you can wrestle as Cora Jade on the indies. Like it's not a problem. You know, I've been watching Cora Jade for like 7 years. So she was Elena Black on the indies. She was great. She was absolutely fucking awesome on the indies.
Let me guess. She was jacked, huh, Mecca?
No. She was like spooky, but like she was doing some crazy shit on the indies. She's like Shotzi Blackheart on the indies. Shotzi was fucking insane on the indies.
Crazy, Mecca. So what's up? What's up next? We got like what, a month until our next. We got like what? There's a pay-per-view coming and then another Saturday night's main event coming. Like you got.
Is there really another Saturday night main event coming?
I think there's whatever the next pay-per-view is, and then like 2 weeks after that is another Saturday night main event.
I'm gonna stop. We're too tired for this. So yeah. Saturday night's main event is January 25th. And then I'm looking at the Royal Rumble, right? Yeah. The Royal Rumble is February 1st. Wow, the Royal Rumble's fucking late.
Yeah, so there's nothing. There's just Saturday night. There's nothing in January but Saturday night main event.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, that's weird, man. Like that's odd that the Royal Rumble's late.
Yeah, I mean they're pushing fucking WrestleMania. Like what? It's almost the fucking end of April now, man. Like it's almost the fucking end of April now.
I'm looking up when WrestleMania is. WrestleMania 41 is April 19th and April 20th.
See? So
Fuck.
they hit it at 4:20, baby. I'm gonna be stoned as fuck watching some wrestling. The day
That
after, because I'm
that is late. That is actually significantly late. Like I don't remember a WrestleMania being that late.
it was always March. It was always March, like the end of March. Like
March, April, maybe like the second week in April. It's never been that late. That's odd.
the first, my birthday's March 18th. The first WrestleMania was like a week after or a week before my birthday. I forget. And then like it always like kind of hovered around my birthday, but then lately it's been moving farther and farther away. Like the last 10 years, it's been getting like later and later in March, later and later every year. Because the Super Bowl would be, because I guess today, because the Super Bowl being, and they might be doing that because the Super Bowl has been pushed farther and farther back. And they want some time frame between the greatest sporting event, football wise, and the greatest fake sporting event, whatever. I don't care.
Oh man, it's whatever. It's whatever. That's actually surprising that it's that late. Like, but I mean, maybe they just want to push off their pay-per-views later and later because they now that they're going to Netflix and maybe instead of they can get away with doing I don't know like 12 and so now they can eliminate certain shit. I don't know.
It's
It's
a whole new
fascinating.
world, and that's what I'm saying. It's a whole new fucking world. They no longer have to worry about money. Really, they no longer have to worry about selling. It's no longer like, oh, how many tickets are we gonna sell? How many people are gonna be watching us? No, it doesn't matter. You already got your $500 million. And as long as you keep people coming to live events or live watching Netflix live, that's all they really fucking want. And wrestling fans are fucking stupid when it comes to that shit.
Maybe. I don't know. I enjoy watching wrestling.
No,
Honestly,
I'm just saying that we're the type to just like, I mean, especially like Die Hard. I'm not a Die Hard. If wrestling becomes hard for me to get, like if I have to do something other than Peacock or Netflix,
I will explain. The reason why I got into indie wrestling is that I was looking for it and I was bored with the product. I was bored with AEW. I was bored with WWE, and I thought the product was inferior. And this was like 5, 6 years ago. And then I started looking at indie wrestling. I said, cool, what's out there, right? And then I discovered IWTV. And then I just got connected with 2 or 3 companies out in the Midwest, started tweeting, started doing interviews with those wrestlers. And my home promotion became a company called St. Louis Anarchy. And this is how I met people like Gary J and Aaron Williams and Billy Starks and a bunch of other cool people. But and people are like, you're in Washington, D.C. How is your home promotion in St. Louis? And like people were asking me this weird question on Twitter that I'm like, it was legitimately the first thing that I saw on IWTV. I was pissed off with WWE because they were getting harder and harder to get, and my cable was getting more and more expensive, and the product was inferior. And this product was superior for its price point and was more accessible. I feel like, okay, so that's how I got into indie wrestling. But then what happened is that I just got busy and I just didn't have time anymore. And so, come probably March, I'm probably going to swing back into indie wrestling for a while. But because I'm going to have more time. And I'm also right now, I mean, I caught the anime bug lately, but again, that's what's going to happen. But that's how I got into it. And again, because it was accessible. And that's the thing. So if WWE becomes inaccessible, Netflix makes it so much more accessible.
and I mean, like I said, I already think I get Peacock free with something else I paid for some reason. And like I said, I used to pay for the WWE network about once a year. WrestleMania time, I pay for the network for about a month or so. Catch up on all the documentaries I like. Watch some of the shit. Maybe watch WrestleMania. Like, okay, that was good. See you next year, WWE. Bye bye. And then it's moving to Peacock, and you already get Peacock free. So all right.
So I like Peacock because I like the WWE shit, but I'm also interested in Law and Order.
Yeah.
I'm interested in things like Suits. I like The Office, and then Peacock has a bunch of good shit on it, right? So, but like now that Netflix is going, I'm probably gonna still keep Peacock because again, I like my Law and Order and I like that shit. But in reality, if Law and Order ends and then they take a break or it just becomes inferior,
Yeah.
like I'll just be like, okay, like I don't need to pay my $8 Peacock shit, and I'll just go to Netflix because even if I mean I have Netflix and I'm paying for Netflix without WWE because Netflix is a fantastic product. And the WWE shit, like WWE isn't bringing anybody. Actually, that's not true. I think people who are into WWE already have Netflix. I think the majority of them do.
I mean, I think a majority of most people have Netflix, so that'd probably be that probably yeah. You're right. You're right. I mean,
What I think it's doing is that I think it's keeping people on platform.
yeah.
I mean, because there's a difference between having Netflix and now you're watching because it's the amount of time you spend on Netflix that matters.
And I think, and they're moving to Net because I think Netflix is more prepared to put out live content than any other streaming service. Yeah, they'll put out
I would challenge on Disney. Disney's the only other one because
Disney's
Disney.
not putting out wrestling content. They don't want any. They got too much going on to put out any wrestling content. Like Disney,
I agree. I mean, and then theoretically, Amazon also puts out a lot of live content. I'm gonna revise my position. Disney puts out a lot of content.
yeah, but all their live content and most of the live content going out other places is sports related content, which is already going out somewhere live. All they have to do is
The Amazon stuff that's interesting is that I agree about the sports, but Amazon also does some concert stuff and some other things.
I
So
haven't seen any of those.
yeah, they're interesting. They do it right after football. It's actually really, really smart. So like they've done performances by like Snoop Dogg, by Dua Lipa. It's good. It's. I mean, Amazon is fascinating, but I do agree that Amazon is pushing out a lot of sports.
Yeah,
Um, it, but they also have a lot of exclusive rights. But also pushing out sports is different.
right.
Amazon is technically the only other big live company beyond Netflix. But we're gonna see what happens with because in a few days we're gonna see how football goes with Netflix.
But Peacock and Paramount push out NFL football games and like soccer games and stuff like that.
They
But
do.
it's all football related. It's all sports related. It's already being video live. And all they have to do is add access to it to their stream. So that's it. Maybe they'll show the same commercials that they show on the regular platform for Peacock. So it's pretty much just piggybacking. But I mean, I'm thinking. I mean, I don't know. I mean, do you know the commercial shit on Netflix? Like, is it going to be commercials every,
That's
30
a
minutes
good
or so?
question, right? Because I don't know what they're gonna do. That's fascinating. But again, I think it's gonna be interesting what they do with football and Christmas. Because Netflix has those two football games, right? That's what's really gonna matter because the but also the difference with the Netflix football stuff is that people are gonna tune in, and so the onboarding for those football games are gonna be very different than the Tyson fight.
Right? And like it will probably be something that's already put out by the NFL because you need those commercial breaks and all that shit. So, the switching of the ball over, the running on the field.
Also, it's also tricky because with football, so Amazon and most people don't understand is that if it's a local game, you have to locally show it on cable.
Yeah.
So if the Giants are on Thursday Night Football, they
Uh,
have to show it on a local station.
yes, sir.
They are legally required to. Now, if it's the Broncos versus the Chargers, that wasn't going to be on a local station in Connecticut.
Right.
So that didn't have to be legally shown, but in California or in Denver, that had to be shown on like their channel 7. So it's going to be interesting because I'm not sure who's playing, but theoretically the game might be on CBS in certain areas of the country.
But yeah, I mean that's what they have pre-existing deals. Like it legally has to be football is
I don't even think I'm not even sure if it's a pre-existing deal or if it's a legal issue.
right. I mean that's what I'm saying. If it's a legal issue, it'd be a pre-existing deal that they've had forever.
Fair enough, but it's going to be fascinating how that stream looks and what it's going to be like with commercials, what it's going to be like with other things. Because in football, you need commercials. I mean, you have a TV timeout, like you
Yeah.
gotta somebody challenges a play. Like there's reasons why you have commercials. Like a guy gets hurt, you don't want to be like, and we're looking at how his foot snapped and it went outside of his head. Let's go take a look at the replay, guys.
I'm thinking they're just gonna have their own commercials set up. Like the NFL is gonna be in charge of, hey, let's NFL on Thursdays, CBS on Fox. You know what I'm saying? Like these are just two games that don't have anything to matter with the rest of the year, anything to do with any of this stuff. And the next year, it's gonna be something. So it doesn't matter if they promote NFL on CBS or NFL on Fox. It doesn't matter to them because.
These games fucking have consequences. What are you fucking talking about?
Well, no, I'm saying it doesn't matter to Netflix because whatever, because the deal next year might be completely different. This is just their first try, so it doesn't matter if the NFL wants all the commercials and like, hey, check out.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I misinterpreted what you said.
No, yeah, I'm just saying like that. That'd be because I just can't see someone like Netflix being like, I want to take. Oh, let me. I'll format all these commercials and let's get Cascade and fucking Lay's potato chips. Like I'm pretty sure. I'm hoping. I'm not hoping, but I would think that they'd want the NFL like, hey, you got to take care of this. You got to figure out like you keep all the advertising dollars. All we want is your shit live on our feed. That's it.
We want the exclusive or as much exclusive as we legally can get
That's
because we
all.
want people to either buy Netflix or be on platform.
Right? And you
Because
gotta think they won't. Why would Netflix care if like the people in fucking San Diego get to see the game live? Because then they're showing the game live to the rest of the world. That's what they're like. Yeah, sure, you gotta show it to San Diego. That's fine. We'll take it. The rest of the world.
Netflix is gonna have 95 to 98% exclusivity. And also I guarantee you that Netflix might also have a bunch of their own commercials in there because guess what? I mean, they might say to the NFL, look, you could keep some of the advertising dollars for the commercials, and they might say, look, we're gonna keep all the advertising dollars for our commercials. Netflix might say, fuck this, we're gonna basically do our own commercials. We don't give a fuck. Fuck you.
They're gonna be like, we want one ad per break. So we need to check out the next season of. I can't even think of anything.
Check out Gray Man, right? Check out Netflix. This. Check out, I forget what's coming out.
Some stupid shit. I don't know. I'm just saying, like they could do. Who knows? Who knows what it's gonna be? Who knows what it's gonna look like? Who knows?
So again, it's gonna be interesting. But also CBS is involved in this shit with Netflix. But I think it's smart for Netflix. But again, however that goes down is going to be indicative of how January 6th goes down.
It sounds like a fucking insurrection to me, Mecca.
I mean, and then 14 days later, who knows? We might have a Martin Luther King inauguration for all I know.
Why would you say a Martin Luther? I'm almost positive it will not be a Martin Luther King inauguration, my man.
Or an assassination, depending on how you want to look at it.
All right. We're no politics, no religion, nothing's gonna get
that wasn't political. That wasn't political. That was somewhat funny. I mean, it could be trickled down assassination attempt.
What are you promoting this week, Mecca? You fixed your eBay shit yet?
I did not. I don't even know what the hell's going on with it. But again, if you buy something from me, it's greatly appreciated. I got some really cool stuff up there. I got some cool stuff coming in. I actually just bought some really, really cool cards. That sold out pretty quickly. So some football cards, Patrick Mahomes stuff. So I got those up there. So if you're looking for some rare cards, I got that. I also have a cool product coming in tomorrow that I'm going to be breaking down live. So I'm very excited for it. It's called the Kids Crate from Panini. It's Mosaic basketball, Mosaic football. I believe it's Pristine football, and then it's Panini racing. So it's NASCAR stuff. And it's a cool product. So it was $65 and it's 4 blasters. So it's gonna be a lot of fun to open that up, break it open, see what's in there, check it out, have a conversation about it. So that's on my other channel, Big Boy Card Collecting. And so kind of just want to see what it's about. And I think it's a good product, but I don't know if it's a good product. But 4 blasters and a little history quickly is that usually a blaster is about $30. So I know the Mosaic football and the Mosaic basketball is a $30 product each. And I know that I was in Target and the Panini Racing stuff is a $30 product. And then I'm presuming the football pristine is also a 20 to $30 product. So price wise, I think it's smart, but it could be that this whole thing's just dog shit for all I know. But I don't think it is. So, but I will give my opinion on that on my channel live tomorrow. So again, it's Big Boy Card Collecting. And then for those who are interested in wanting to help me out and buy stuff from me, here is my eBay store. It is Pop Anime Comics Collectibles. Look for comics and collectibles. Come shop with us on eBay. And again, I have a lot of cards, a lot of comic books. I'm doing some good deals. I got dollar stuff up there that's going to be up there in a few days. So again, if you're looking for some really cool stuff like this, just dollar 20 free shipping. I'm not making much on you, but I am trying to get my sales up and I'm trying to get my feedback up. And if that's not your jam, I also do sell some football cards like this. So again, I got some cool stuff up there. So I greatly appreciate people if they want to support me. My link is pretty much out there. I'll put it in the chat in a second here. But yeah, that's kind of everything I got going on, and it does help. It does help, And if you'd like to be supportive, goes a long way, and I will get you your shit pretty nicely. But then also talking about football cards as well, and I got one of these available to sell, and it's Malik Neighbors, and these are cool too. So this one is number 2 of 5. So these are limited to 5, and the Patrick Mahomes stuff that I brought in is also limited to 5. So again, this is where you get into really, really expensive football cards. So
just check out
that if you're into that shit, that's what it is. And also, I do have cool stuff like this as well, which is my own metal card, and it's pretty hot. She's pretty hot. So it's modeled after a interesting cam girl. So that is my version of her. It's my version of her, and a little bit of a psycho kind of drawing of her. But yeah, I like it. So there's only 50 of these. So if you're interested in one of these, you can shoot me a message, and $3-4. It's a metal card. It's metal. So back is this. So pretty cool stuff. But there's only 50 of these, and I won't reprint them. So if you're looking for cool shit like that, got you covered.
Mecca's got you covered. Pop Anime Comics. Everywhere you need to go. You need your Pop Anime fix. Check them out.
And then obviously it's just Pop Anime Comics. Is YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, X, TikTok. Everything is just Pop Anime Comics. If you type in Pop Anime Comics, you'll find me. But anyway, what do you got, Keenan?
What up, Life Lessons? I'm just doing. We're coming up on Christmas and New Year's Eve, so I'm probably taking a break off of any interviews or anything like that. I got my son for the next 2 weeks. Don't be a zero like our homie Verde Vampiro. Be a hero with an X. Get you some XERO flavored toothpicks. This is cherry mint with like some energy dust on it. It's not cocaine, I promise you. But for some reason, it energizes the hell out of you. I got my Natal Bob. We got merch. One of the best ways to support the channel. Or you can just, cut it all out and monetize, super chat, super like. Let me hold $1. It's all fucking easy. Venmo, Cash App, Stand Store, all this stupid shit. But in the end, you just let me hold $1. Fuck you two. That's it, I think. I go live like twice a day, something like that usually. Like I wake you up and I put you to sleep.
Well, I don't have anything else to promote. Huh? Do you have anything else to promote? And that is a wrap, everybody, and have a good holiday. And hopefully, we might see you in the new year or before then. I'm not exactly sure, but if we don't, everybody have a good Christmas, have a good Hanukkah, have a good Kwanzaa, have a safe New Year. Um, don't drive and drink or drive. Please don't do that. It's not good. And that's my PSA and my good deed for the day. And till next, everybody, have a good one.
Cut it